Oh. Okay, okay. Why are you still there? Oh, well now you're not. Aha! What was I saying? I'm back. That's what I was saying. I'm back. I came back. I took a week off, and then I came back. Um, I have a new, hyperfixation. It's gonna be Pokemon Emerald Rogue. I've just been playing it a lot on my phone the last few days. And, yeah, I'm like, you know what? I wanna do a stream on Tuesday. but I don't know what um to stream. I don't really have a plan. I don't really have any plans with anyone. So then I was like, oh, what if I stream some Emerald Rogue? Um, I will be playing music. I'm gonna find a different playlist to do. Uh, but we are gonna listen to music. Because I'll probably play with speed up on the entire time. Because my little ADHD brain can't handle the game at like the regular speed. And so that means if I had the audio not muted in the program, it would be really obnoxious to to um um really annoying to listening to because the audio would be sped up twice as fast as well. That's what I was trying to say. Um, the only time that we might have to turn it on is if we're playing the game show and have to do uh whose cry is it? Um, but I don't want to think about that. Pick your initial difficulty. We're just gonna go with average. Modern. Hey, can you hear me? Oh, thank goodness. You took quite the fall, it seems. Can you tell me what you remember? Hmm? It looks like you may have a mild case of amnesia. Let me see if I can jog your memory a bit. I am Professor Elm. Pokemon inhabit every inch of this world, be it land, sky, or sea. Pokemon are the friends of many, and for some, they even train and fight alongside their Pokemon in an attempt to become a Pokemon champion. I myself study Pokemon to try and understand what makes each and every species unique. The world has changed quite a lot, blah blah blah. Routes within the world connect at random. Uh, Stuff and things in it. Just gonna randomize till we get a color scheme that I like. Hmm. I'm not getting any color schemes that I like. Fine, May. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, good enough. Yep, that's me. That's in oop, that's indie. And he's like, and what is the name of the place in which we live again? And that would be hell, my good sir. We live in hell. Of course. I am a demon lady. Where else would I live? Well, technically, I live in the internet now, but. Mhm. I think I ended up with darker skin than I wanted character. Yeah, a little bit. We ended up with like tan skin. It's fine. He blabs about a bunch of stuff, and then he's like, "Oh no, there are Pokemon going nuts over here." And we get one Pokeball to go get our first initial starter Pokemon. Oh, we did not get such awesome choices. I guess we'll go Skiddo. I don't plan on giving them nicknames. Sorry about it. I don't really care. Oh, I didn't need you to explain how the adventure works. I know how the adventure works. Blah, 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 blah. Talk about a bunch of stuff and things. And then he gives me some Pokeballs and some potions. Boppity boopo. Ha ha ha. Why are we not getting... Hmm. 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 I don't know why it didn't go on to the next song automatically. Hmm. Silly. Okay. There we go. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it actually keeps playing. I was like, I'm not hearing any music. Oh, blah 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 blah. Quest book. Go look at the quests. Oh, look at all those quests. Oh, Yes, overwrite the other game. That's what I want you to do. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Average wet route. Salandit. I like Salandit. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Pretty much always try and get as many items as possible. As long as I don't think it's gonna risk any of my Pokemon dying. Oop. Me too, found. I am also gay. And then we'll go to the catching contest. And it's a rock type catching contest. We want to go for something with the highest base special attack. Soul Rock probably. Although sometimes I won't try and win these. Like if I was not trying to actually win, which I didn't even do anyway. But if I wasn't trying to win that contest, I probably would have gone for Cleavor. Hello, Silver. What the fuck are you doing here, bud? Huh? Huh? What are you doing here? What are you here for? Poison Fang. Poison Fang. Ah, bah, bah. More Poison Fang. Hmm. Oh, so land it, you fucking fool. By which I mean I was the fool. I knew that that was a possibility. Anyway, on to the first gym. On to the first gym. And it is Desmond Steel type gym leader of Johto, which is not great for us. Oh wait, you have Flare Blade. Never mind. This is perfectly fine for us. Satisfy such a deviant mind, beyond for any time. Jesus died, so I want. Now, little Tink-a-Tink. Honestly, not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I forgot that Solrock had Flare Blitz. We're gonna go with Calm Wet Route. And we're gonna take Bruxish. Oh shit, there's 13. Well, we need to get the Dratini. Then we'll raise our level against a Barboach here. I tend to not go for Tatsugiri or Dondozo, because, like, they're really only good together. And I'm playing on the singles only format. And I don't know that there's actually any way to. I don't remember how their ability works well enough to know if there's a way to pair them up. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. glare. Zen headbutt. Yes. Ugh. What just happened? Did I fuck something up? May as well do Psy Shock and then disable. With me, 'cause I heard you're afraid of monsters, monsters. Are you ready for the monster, monster? Are you ready for the monster, monster? Love me. Monster, are you ready for the monster, monster? The monster, monster. We'll go for the trained Pokemon. And I guess we'll get that. And then heal up 2 of them. Okay, Shaman. Well, there's no point in attacking it because it's going to start roaming. Oh, unless we catch it right off the bat. Then the question is, who do we dump? Do we dump Skiddo? We dump Skiddo? I think we dump Skiddo. And then we just gotta raise Shaman's level. And Poliwag's level. You mention that I can hit the concentration. Hi, Bedbug Girl. Bubble Bean. Bubble Bean. But he already has Waterfall, which is much better. Rain Dance, though. Okay, go fight. Chuck. It's frickin' Chuck. Well, I guess we're not gonna fight you. Can Brooks this out? Hi, baby. What you doing? My pupper's come to visit. He's come to see me. Oh, shit. How did you do this? Probably with that sucker punch. Bum 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 bum. Ba ba da ba da ba ba da ba da ba bum 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 bum. Fucking hey. I knew that was gonna happen. I expected it, I anticipated it, I planned for it. I have no plan. Still, we got through it. We got our second badge. It wasn't that bad. Average energetic route. Go. Meant to be. First step. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. Blitzel is a pretty frail ass electric type. There's an ending to as we go, things from so many predicaments. Like my accident, saying things, saying. Ba 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 ba. Come get it, go. As you go, be a friend to yourself, that turns and bullshit way. I don't know the words exactly, so I just sing random stuff. Poison jab. I. Sorry, I've when we meet. Okay. Magical Leaf. Pupitar. Dead. Catching contest? Fighting catching contest? Highest base special attack. Yeah, the thing that fighting types are super well known for. Their special attack. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna catch Paldea and Tauros because that's what I want. Anyway, then I'll be like, oh no, you didn't win, but oh well, you can have the Pokemon, I guess. Aren't you happy? I need to purchase a water stone from you, good sir. Oh, my inventory's full. That's right, that's right. Because this is a new save file. A new save file. I'm used to playing mm, on the save that I've been playing on my phone for the last uh several son of a bitch. This last several days, and I've upgraded my bag quite a bit in that one. Virtual insanity seems to another love you can have for unisys disdain. Well, you acknowledge even now when there's no sound. Now I'll live underground. What am I looking for? I don't know what I'm looking for. Hmm. Oh, I remember now. Trying to think. Who do we have left for possible gyms for our next gym? Have we been We fought, Jasmine and Chuck. And so that leaves Faulkner, Bugsy, um, Claire, Price. Who are the two I'm forgetting? Whitney and Morty as the Johto gym leaders. Um, and to be quite honest, oh, Faulkner, one of the ones that is not great to go into with the grass Pokemon as your lead-in. But you know what? Hey, it's okay. We can work with this. But strike it. Okay, Brayford out. But you know, it could have been worse. It could have been worse in the damage department. And it's easy as that. Easy as just a few sparks. Hmm. Brutal. I honestly don't want a Strudel or Grafii. Let's go to the Team Rocket hideout. Get our resources. Build up our resources and hopefully nothing else. Hopefully not lose Pokemon. Ooh. Yeah, that should be enough to stand a recoil from it. Well, I don't want to exit already. I barely got any loot. What's the point of coming to a rocket hideout if I'm not gonna loot everything? Ow. Oh, okay. That just leads down. Okay. That's like the one time it's been like that. So why would I assume that it would work that way this time? Hello, sir. Can I have your pretty rock? What song is this? I recognize it, but I also don't. Okay. It's just a song that I've listened to a lot. I thought it was maybe a um um maybe a anime opening or ending theme song. At least that. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. I saw the skin down. I don't think that is one that is particularly useful to ooh, adamantment though. Mm, mm, I will forever not understand why mints are not counted as something in the medicine pocket. I feel like they should. They change the Pokemon's nature. And everything else that's related to things of that nature would be in the medicine pouch of the Pokemon trainer's book bag, but not that. No one can ever see just animal I have become. Somebody help me change this animal. And quite frankly, polka dolls I can toss, repels I can toss. Da-da-da. Gotta get me through this nightmare. See the darkest side of me. No one can ever change this animal I have become. Help me through this nightmare. Somebody wake me from this nightmare. Da 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 da. Aha, 10 rare candy. 3, 4, 5. Play rough, you say. Hmm. Interesting. And then what did you thrash? Well, tackle that breaks barriers. Users form determines the type. Mm, I'm not sure what this song is, but I like the opening. I hope the opening rift. 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 Not rift. Oh, this is a Kasane Tenno situation. Vocaloid shit. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. That's not great. Okay, okay, okay. Tauros is just a powerhouse for us. Tauros is one of our boys. One of the boys. Okay, we'll go to the daycare rest stop. Get a free little heal. A cheeky little free heal. Mm, hmm. What, quite frankly, getting a focus sash wouldn't be bad. Nope. Okay, we're ready to go. Who's our next one? It's Claire. It's the dragon trainer, Claire. I sleep. Ah, ba, 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 ba. This could be a shaman sweep. All because of play rough. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that Roselli berry. Oh, no. Oh. I spoke too soon. I underestimated. It was my folly. In your eyes. I see your real face and it's ugly with sin. I saw the cutest little interview uh of the guy who voiced the Demon King in K-pop Demon Hunters. He was like, I watched the he was talking about how he watched the movie with his 10-year-old son. Um and uh his son was like, "Oh, about halfway through the movie, he's like, which one did you voice, Dad?" And he told him, and he's like, "Well, then I hate hunters. I'm on your side, Dad." And he's like, and that made me feel really good. And then uh by the end of the movie, he's like, I'm sorry, Dad, but I don't think I can support you anymore. No, I don't want to go for money. I want to go for IVs. Strengthen my Tauros. Okay, okay. What else we got here? Maybe we go Altaria? Ah, shit. Okay, okay, we can be okay with that. Hmm. Sandslash? You done fucked up? Yeah. Now my Tauros is weaker. But now we got a Focus Sash at least. And we can pick up... Ooh, let's get a Brick Break TM. Which one do I want to give this to? Um, let's give it to Tauros. I'm not paying no calls cause I be dancing. Oh wait, no, I don't need that. Flare Blitz. Okay. Do Flare Blitz, and then that can replace that. Do I give Soul Rock Explosion as the ultimate weapon? Okay, Wild Charge. Telephone, I'm out in the club and I'm sipping on bub and I'm not gonna reach my telephone. Crunch. And everything that it learns high up is a special. Move. Okay, who do we got? Oh, Bugsy. This'll be easy. Retribution. Mm. Opportunity. Oh no. That's bad. Retribution. Oh, let's pull the ripcord. Ooh. It didn't survive the recoil though. No. But 5 badges down. Unfortunately, we did not do so. Ooh, Gastrodon. I mean, we don't necessarily need another. Oh shit. We gotta go to the game show. Who's that Pokemon? This is the easiest one. Got a throat spray. Yeah, sure, let's risk it. Progunk. That's gonna be Hitmonlee, Your Honor. Electrike. And Regidrago. Ow. Got Brick Break for me. Cool, that's cool. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-na. Da ba 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 da 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 ba. Da 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 ba na 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 na. Ba na 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 na. Before it's even heard. Can't know put it with my eyes so bloody spurred. With every overturn. Bringing jumping and from being spun. Even know how I do anyway. And on to Gym 6. This is pretty good for like first run on the save. Okay, it is Whitney, our normal type trainer. Ooh. Mm. Oh no, no! It was my hubris. My hubris got the better of me. And become. Ow. Okay, Ditto taken care of before it could transform. Fuck. I don't even know if we can do this. Nope. Well, that's where we die for that run. But honestly, for a first run, that was incredibly good. Now let's go find our little builder man. Okay. Starter bag, adventure flag, move tutor. Pokemon. I'm gonna save for I don't think there's honestly any reason to really talk to him. Hey, Pokemon person? Really? Mm, okay. Actually, you're the ball guy, huh? No, let's just catch Pokemon from my last run. So they can go in my box. Or potentially be the starter for our next run. We can do that as well. Van Gogh. Yeah, I can use 20 Pokeblocks to bring a previous legendary or mythical that we've caught along with us. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta deposit Pokemon. Calling games. Okay, Rockruff, Rockruff. I like Rockruff. And Electric. You take Bronzor too. I can catch it. I can catch it. Can always replace it later. Who the fuck just cheese slapped me? Alpha! Alpha cheese slapped me and then told me to hydrate. So I will hydrate. Hi, Alpha. Hiya, hiya. How are you doing? How you doing tonight? Yeah, I noticed yours got hacked, and I didn't know what happened with that. So if you tried to send me a... Well, that's good. That's good. If you tried to send me a friend request from the new Discord, I probably ignored it because I was like, I don't know if that's really him or um whoever had hacked you, like trying to sell. Damn, why do none of these Pokemon have any moves that can hit a ghost type? Okay. Yeah, I probably ignored the friend request, if I'm being honest. But that also lets me know that I can completely kick the other account from my Discord server. I had only timed it out. It hasn't been doing anything else in the like posting any more suspicious Discord links or anything. But now that I know that you won't be using that account anymore, I can just ban it from my Discord. Yeah. Well, it's good that you're... Mm, mm. I mean, that's good. There's always... I mean, that's always the dream, is to figure out your finances. Or at least figure out a solution to your current money woes. But sadly, um, a lot of time there are so many factors that are outside of your control. Like, still try. The thing is, like, always try and do what is within your control. But I was at. I was at to arriving home. I was essentially getting paid, but I had to turn the receipts to get that. Mm, I see. I see. Um, I mean, if that's what you want to do, yes. Well, then, yeah. I suppose that it's, you know, good then, a good goal. I'm, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, when I left my old, like my job, I was making, um, I think about 23 an hour. It's just of, I mean, I don't know. That is like hard for me to pass like a non-biased judgment on because I have certain like opinions on uh the current power structures and stuff. And some of that um colors how I view um stuff like the National Guard and law enforcement and stuff. Um I know that obviously not all people in those groups are the same and stuff, but it like it's just a complicated thing. And that's a thing that's very nuanced, and the internet is very bad at nuance. Um, so for me, it's just like, I mean, if that's what you want to do and you aren't like being pressured into it in any way by other people, then yeah. Ogren! Hi, Ogren. What you doing, Ogren? Nice. What'd you have for dinner? Ah, god damn it, Ogren. You went and had to sub at tier 1. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. But what'd you have for dinner? Mashed potatoes and gravy, chicken tenders, lemon pepper, salmon. Oh my. Two. Two proteins. It was all free. Oh, that is the best part. Alpha. um, Ayo. mm, I can't figure out how to get out of this cave. Um, Alpha's good at flustering me. I I had tacos for dinner. God damn it, I went in a circle again. No. Do I? Because I can't. Okay, I see. I'm like, I'm missing something. What am I missing? The, the bad part about getting lost in this cave, Ogrim, is I am like, I've been playing this on my phone for the last few days, a ton, and the maps, like the routes and stuff, randomize each run as far as which routes you're gonna encounter. But the maps themselves are the same. Like the calm energetic route is always the calm energetic route map. And like so I really don't have a reason to not know that cave. I think the problem I was running into is I always use that one rock smash rock when I get to that cave. And in this save file, I haven't unlocked the ability to be able to use rock smash. But yeah, I'm playing Emerald Rogue, so it's the roguelike ROM hack of why did I go with the move that was pointedly worse to use in that situation? Outside. Oh no, not the game show. Let's see. It's what's that cry? We're not gonna even we don't even need to listen to the cry. We'll get them all right. That one was Slugma. Fuck. Today, and so far I'm liking it. It is called The Last Caretaker. I can't say as I've ever heard of that one. At least not that I can think of. I would have to. Those do me no good. Little courier man. At least not by the name alone. I don't know if I saw an image of the game if I would recognize it anymore. Let me see. Let me look it up and see. The Last Caretaker survival game. No, that did not help. Uh, help me at all figure out what game you're talking about. So basically, you're a robot. Okay. There are no humans. The world is flooded. Your job is to grow humans and send them off to space. That's diabolical. That's diabolical work. That's also just what the future is gonna be. The AI is gonna we're gonna put the AI in robots. And then we will uh be wiped out by the AI controlled robots, and then the AI controlled robots will eventually uh dwindle down to the point where there's only a few of them left because um turns out their intelligence isn't a whole ton better at uh doing the civilization thing. And then they will grow humans from a long held DNA sample and then shoot us into space to go populate a new planet. So Terminator. Well, I mean Terminator. I mean, okay, to be fair, my government does want to build Terminator now, so the US, yeah, I'm well aware. Yeah, I wish there was anything I could do about it, but I really have no control. Um but the that whole situation is insane. Oh my god. No, that's bad. Trust me, I live here too. Okay, I didn't know if you were a US person or not, because so many of the people that I stream with and stuff are Canadian, and then there's like a pocket of European viewers and stuff. So I'm like, I never know where anyone in chat is from. Ba. Mm. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Well, that was just a waste of a Pokeball. Not that it matters because we'll get them all back when we. Flaffy, you want Flaffy? Flaffy, I like much better than Electric. Um, but yeah, I just the craziest part of it to me is like, okay, first Anthropic is like, okay, we're not gonna be bullied by the government into giving them unrestricted access to the AI our AI model. And they stuck to that. And so and OpenAI was like, "Hey, yeah, yeah, totally. We have the same red lines that Anthropic does." And then like 4 hours after Trump announced that government was going to stop using Anthropic's AI, OpenAI, Sam Altman tweets about coming to an agreement with the Pentagon, and it's like, well, now, if you have the same red lines, then how does that work? And it's because, well, basically, they just told the government, you can do, as long as it's technically legal, then you can do it with our AI, which is problematic for several reasons. Because they're basically just telling the the Department of War, hey, you guys just have to follow your regulations and policies. We say to the department that can change its policies itself whenever they want. They might have because I mean this was as of like this morning is what I last was looking at stuff. But um I know they were getting hurt big time in the pocketbook. Uh because a ton of people canceled their chat GPT subscriptions and switched over to using um Anthropic's Claude AI instead and stuff, which I'd prefer people just not to use any AI. But if you're gonna use an AI, I guess you use a company that is not gonna be okay with uh, putting their AI in autonomous killing machines. So yeah, um, but like uh, Claude went up to like number one on the iTunes App Store and stuff, and Anthropic had purchased like three Super Bowl ads to try and get more users, and had gotten less uh like user conversion from all three of those ads than the that one decision by OpenAI to like go back on the principles there. So uh good to see that in some cases consumers still have power to can affect things. Now, do I think it will ultimately matter in the long run? Probably not. Like the unfortunate thing is even if the US doesn't do it first, there's probably a pretty good chance that some country will eventually put an AI in autonomous killing machines. Uh yeah, we are just all sitting in the Berkshire saying, this is fine. And that's it's so unfortunate. I want so bad to be um optimistic about the future, but damn if it's not hard to be in this day and age. Mm, I hope for their sakes that that is the case, Ogren. But enough of that stuff. Enough of that doom and gloom. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to have fun. I'm so disappointed. I was supposed to have a collab with Crystal and Azzy and Arachne tomorrow night. But Crystal's general manager changed her schedule last minute. And so we had to push it back to next Wednesday. So I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow for stream now. I tried asking Arachne because I thought, well, they no longer have those plans for stream either. Maybe they'll want to do something else. I probably about uh probably 8 p.m. EST. That's what time we would have been streaming the collab, so it's probably easiest just to do. But yeah. I don't know. We might just do more Emerald Rogue. We might do something else. I don't know. I might do art on a weeknight. I don't know. Okay. But I was hoping Arachne would like I might have to like just straight up ask Arachne, be like, hey, do you want to do something tomorrow night besides what we were originally going to do? Since we both don't have a plan for stream now. Um and see what they say because I I tried to like subtly hint at it and I don't think they picked up on what I was putting down. But it's also possible that they did and they didn't want to necessarily make other plans with me because their wifey's still doing a subathon and they might end up getting pulled into that. Um I kept getting pulled in to play stuff over the last week with them during Suki's subathon because I was just a free and available. Plus Arachne and I are like best friends, so that's gonna make life so complicated for me as far as scheduling collabs because Arachne's like um working towards uh moving to the UK to be with Suki, and then I'm gonna be trying to work my schedule in a way that it's like I can stream at a time where it's not obscenely early for me, but it's not like the middle of the night for them, which is not something I'm looking forward to. They keep trying to convince me that I should move to the UK with them, and I'm like, look, I with what money? With what uh passport? I don't have the things I would need. Um, but Saturday, Nix and I will be doing our date everything, and hopefully this time I won't be so like foggy brained that I we have to switch to peak because I can't handle trying to pay attention to conversations in the game. Um, and then uh, I think, and then next Monday, go up to a fucking terminal. Hey, hey, it happens. It happens. It's what happens sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta be an idiot and not go to a terminal that was there the whole time. And then next Monday, Crystal and I will be doing modded Baldur's Gate 3. And then hopefully next Wednesday, there'll be the collab with me, Crystal, Azzy, and Arachne. Yeah, it'll be harder to figure it out, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'll figure it out for Arachne. Arachne is one of my best buds. It might just not be as often as we are able to currently. You know, but I hope. Oh, mm, shit! I gotta check something. I'm just. Okay, no, okay, we're fine. I did not double book myself. I thought I accidentally had overbooked myself next week because I'm planning something with Corey, and we're not sure what yet. But it's gonna be next Friday. But I couldn't remember what day we scheduled it for, and I was like, "Oh, I hope we didn't schedule it for Wednesday night because at the time when I talked to her, we hadn't had to reschedule the thing that was supposed to be tomorrow yet." But no, I think we're safe. I think we're good. It just means that like all my streams next week are gonna be collabs, pretty much. Which is fine by me. Um, how dare you, Toros? God damn it. People don't have anything for poison. I've been I had to get a new therapist uh recently, and yeah, my old therapist, he got a promotion, so they had to reassign all his clients. Um, so I got a new therapist, and at first I was really apprehensive about it because I've had to switch therapists so many times because of people getting promoted or people leaving this practice because it's like partially funded through public funds, so they aren't the most competitive in terms of pay and stuff. Um, but to my surprise, um, things actually weren't I'm having a hard time with words. My brain is not doing words right now. Uh, fuck. What am I trying to say? To my surprise, I got along with this therapist pretty well, and I feel like we've accomplished more in a couple sessions than I um had with my old therapist in several months. So I think that's a good thing. But it's also kind of scary because I'm like, oh, oh, you're getting to the root of things very quickly, and I do not have as much of a rapport with you. Kind of. There is a weird way in which that therapy and like friendship relationships with your therapist and relationships with friends or romantic partners is very similar and yet very very different. Like there are certain things that if your therapist does them, it's a very much a breach of uh professionalism at the very least, and possibly means for them to have their license investigated and stuff. But um as far as like just having a rapport so that you can like trust them, a lot of similarities. uh I think what it is though is I think she's just better at um at coming up with the right sorts of questions to ask to get me to talk about things more and not like get stuck in a loop. Which is good. Okay. They're doing it's been trying to milk you for money by beating around the bush. Yeah. Oh, we're not gonna start this, are we? What? Oh my goodness. Timmy's trapped in the well? Okay, okay. Um, I mean, I don't know. As someone who is. Hey, 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 hey. I see you there. You're okay. Um, I think as someone who has been doing therapy for several years at this point, to the point, well, more than several years. Let's be. I've been. Hey, baby girl. What have I tried to tell you about me being the one in charge, not you? Um, but as someone who's been doing therapy like on and off since I was like 7 years old or 8 years old, 1, 2. Like, it's so complicated. There are just things that take a long time to work out and no, not my Tauros. Um, and it's a matter of finding the right therapist and finding the right um like the right type of therapy, because not all types of therapy are the same. Like, I have not generally been a fan of uh cognitive behavioral therapy, and unfortunately that is like the main kind of therapy that is used. Um and not for no reason. It works. It's good. Um but um it works very well for like anxiety disorders, depression, um and not necessarily as well for people with other types of disorders, which is like I do have anxiety, I do have depression and stuff, but a larger part of my um a larger part of my whole deal is my autism and my ADHD, and those are much people that have those sorts of neurological disorders have a tendency to not respond as well to cognitive behavioral therapy, and instead prefer things like ACT therapy or DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, which is different from cognitive behavioral therapy in a very particular way that I am not qualified to explain. I'm just somebody that has gone to a lot of therapy and has done a lot of researching on these things because I want to understand my brain better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just like to be able to like try to explain what I'm talking about. But also I like I do like to try and put a um put a disclaimer on things like that because it is something that like people do go to school for a very long time to like well in here okay, here's where I'm gonna criticize um the mental health field a little bit, um because while to be a psychiatrist you have to go to a lot of schooling, um there is definitely like the barriers to entry for being a what people think of as a therapist, like the person that actually talks to people, are relatively low. Especially in a lot of states. Um, like a lot of places, you can a lot of times you can get a certificate, and that's enough. Um, Now if you want to be someone that is like a social worker who does therapy, then you need to get like a master's of social work. Or if you want to actually be a psychologist, you have to um get a degree for that, but it is not as intensive to get to the level where you are giving talk therapy to people as you might expect, especially in states that have pretty lax laws around um religious affiliated counselors. Because sometimes they can just be people who are just like a priest or preacher or whatever, and have a little bit of training in um administering therapy. Um, yeah, yeah. You don't have to tell me. Um, but having said that, I also recognize that it is unreasonably it's unreasonable to expect that we would require even every person giving talk therapy to be as qualified as a psychiatrist, right? there's already a shortage of people in the industry, mental health industry. And if you increase the requirements for what they need to do to be qualified to do that job, then that's just going to make uh, more of a problem than it solves. So I don't know what the solution is. I don't have solutions. I just point out the problems. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like even things where I'm like, no. Well, cancel. Even when there is something where I'm like, well, I know that like this is like the best solution that I've heard for this issue. Um and like likely the best solution would be something that kind of probably combines some stuff from this and some stuff from that, and but like nobody's ever going to agree to that cuz everyone always wants 100% of everything. Um I'm like, even if I could snap my fingers and make the world exactly the way I wanted it to be, I would still be. Ah, damn. I missed my shadow up there. Um, I would still ultimately end up probably oppressing someone because you can't. I don't think you can do things in a way that where it's like perfectly um balanced so that everybody has enough and nobody wants for anything and fuck me. Um and then also um still allow people to have complete free will, because in order for a society like that to exist you would have to ensure that like a certain number of people um were doing, were becoming doctors, and a certain number of people were choosing to do, this job that like nobody really wants to do, and uh some of that would get taken care of by um just people naturally picking careers, but ultimately you're going to run to a point where you're going to need more than what the the system is able to support. And then you're gonna have to figure out, okay, well, how are we going to do this in a way, like how are we going to try and pick who gets the short end of the stick? So it's like, there are no perfect answers. And I'm sure the way that I would prefer things done, there are probably ways in which it would disadvantage someone else that I am not like super privy to. That is fair. That I think that is like ultimately what a lot of people are tired of is just the constant hate. But it's interesting because I was listening to I feel you there. Like I have definitely become like acutely aware of the fact that like um oh, my brain's doing it again. It just dumped the rest of that sentence out on the ground somewhere. Ray, I hear you. You need to be calm, baby girl. You keep getting earlier and earlier with this, and that doesn't work for me. Um, but yeah, there are a lot of factors that go into it. Um, like Ray, calm down. You're fine. You're not gonna die. Um, like in a way, we did it to ourselves. Uh, now that is very much like oversimplifying it. And I'm not even talking about like just people voting the guy in or anything. I'm talking about like the reason why a lot of things got to where we are now with them is we uh like the big social media companies, they created the algorithms, and they didn't create the algorithms to push rage bait and all of that. Initially, it was like, oh, they kind of put them out there and then they naturally drifted towards those things because those are the things that get engagement because people would rather watch a mess. Oh yeah, trickle down economics was the biggest lie ever sold to the American public. Uh and it has been used to justify decades and decades of uh tax relief to the wealthiest members of society. Um once again, we're not here to talk about that. That that is part of it. I think this run might be doomed. Um, that's funny. That's funny. It's kind of true. Yeah, this run is dead. This Dragonite uh screwed us over. Um, honestly, here's here's where I am with it. The big problem was it's gotten to a point where we largely don't have much of a choice in terms of what we are able to like what we can do about it. Like um the trickle down economic stuff was like it yeah, originally it was like once it got passed, that allowed the um the companies enough um way to really start pushing things further and further, and then that just uh yeah, from there we just got further and further in the hole until we're like, well, if you were to really go back to what we used to have before that, which was the post depression stuff largely, it would have certainly still had issues, but companies were incentivized in to invest in their workers more because uh they knew that if they didn't invest that money back into their workforce and paying out uh, to their average workers, then they would just get hit with a huge tax bill at the end of the year because the uh, tax rates used to be insane for corporations and for individuals above a certain income. And I think most the most nefarious part of it is they sold to the public the idea that um oh, these people that, oh, well, yeah, we can't raise taxes on the rich because the rich, you know, they don't want to pay more taxes, and don't you know that one day you might be one of them? But like the days of like random citizens becoming millionaires overnight are pretty much over. Like mostly that only happens if you happen to come up with like a really good tech idea that no one has come up with yet. And even then, you're not necessarily going to succeed because sometimes it takes like the first one or two companies to try to make the tech work to fail before you finally hit on the iteration that is profitable to a degree that makes people money on it. Um and and that's the thing that like a lot of people do not realize is it's like you're not going to be one of them someday. You can wish for it as much as you want, but Suki, Suki, thanks for the raid. Hi, Soren. Oh, and there's Arachne. A raid from Arachne, too. Who would have guessed? Hi, Dark. Thanks for the raids, guys. I appreciate. I appreciate. My name is Indy. I'm a demon girl VTuber, an imp specifically. There's the gay hello. Uh, Arachne. Uh, and yeah, I just do. Baby. I just do a bunch of random shit. That's what I do on my stream. Um, we were talking about some not super fun stuff, so we're gonna stop doing that. But how was everybody's stream? How was the subathon going, Suki? If it's still going, I don't know. It might have ended. I don't know what the time was at. I also don't know if you're still here. But, oh no. Sorry, Nay was supposed to say I wasn't here because I had to go. That's okay. That's okay. You go piss. Go piss, Nay. I also wasn't here. She had to go. Now wait. Now wait a minute. I mean, I could. Oh, you know, it would be a funny idea. Now, stream is good. I'm just literally sick and tired. That is fair. Uh, and I'm sorry to hear that. I'm a mod now. Yeah, now you're a mod too. Now you and Arachne can discipline each other. uh, I don't think mods can affect other mods. No, don't tell me these lies, Arachne. No, that's probably actually 100% make me lead mod. Then I can punish her. I don't. Ooh, how do I do this? Hmm. Mm. I see. I'll have to find it later because I do not immediately see you. Don't give her power. Why not? I'll get. I'll give her lead mod privileges, and then I will give Arachne access to my sound alerts so that they can go put things in there. I'm potentially creating an issue for me. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. This run's already dead. This run is dead. Well, wait. Maybe it's not. Maybe not. What is this shit? Oh. Hmm. Never mind. It's a Mori Calliope song, and Mori Calliope is wonderful and can do no wrong. Okay, who do we gotta go up against? Ooh, we might be able to do this. Actually. Okay. Okay. This run is not completely trash. But, I was gonna just do this run and then be done, and depending on, but that might still be the plan, depending on how far I go. Because honestly did not think I was gonna get past, the gym leader with only one Pokemon. But now, we can just go and catch some more. An Avalugg. And it's the rocky one. Mm, what do we got in here? Ooh, Halucha. Nice, nice. Okay, let's see. What do you got that I can buy? Hmm. Mm, quite frankly, that's disappointing. Okay, give our muscle feathers to Toro. And resist feathers to Avalugg. And our health feathers also to Avalugg. Ma'am, I would like to murder your Chansey. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Okay, nothing better to give you. Mm, my tooth is bothering me tonight. I've had. I need to find a way that I can see a dentist. Well, the problem is I need to see a dentist and I also need to see an oral surgeon. And there aren't either of those anywhere near me that take my insurance. But I have a tooth way in the back of my mouth that needs removed. I was gonna have it removed before I left my pharmacy job when I was still on that dental insurance, and it they found out that the roots were wrapped around my jaw, and so they would need a dental surgeon to do it, and I wasn't able to get that done before I left my job. Um, and then the other ones are just like some fillings that have broken down over time that need refilled and stuff. Um, but like I said, I was not a dentist or an oral surgeon anywhere near me that takes my insurance, and I cannot afford to pay out of pocket. So I've just been kind of putting up with it and like, well, this is a shitty randomized path. Um, doesn't give us much of an option. Uh, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to avoid it much longer with the way that it's started to be bothering me. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll find, hopefully, find something that'll work. Swift feathers for potion. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh. Well, Oh, wow. Uh, oh, there's an ad break in a minute. Well, there's one good way to avoid ads, and that is subscribing with your Twitch Prime. Mm-hmm. Why did I do that? Uh, I managed not to be a total idiot. I know how Pokemon work. Bad puppy. Are you talking about your game? Yeah, okay, I was like, what? What glow stick? What have I missed? Hmm. Yes. The logical conclusion. Iron comes from glow sticks, and glow sticks come from the sky. Ready? Miko, Miko, beam! Okay. Let's make sure we're all set up to go and do this. Hmm. Yep, I think we're good. Steel type gym leader. Okay. I can manage this. I can totally manage this. They're dead. Hmm. Oof. They're already weak to fire. Let's see if I can get an Omni Boost. Get one more. We get one more chance at the Omni Boost. And of course, they were gonna put me to sleep again. Of course, yeah. Of course, yeah, you little fuck. Nope. Nah. I took the risk and it wasn't worth it. Mm-mm. Are you just gonna let me slowly tick away at your health with me? Apparently. Dim badge 3. Ba. Oh, we need this. We need him. Scyther is a fucking beast. Um, Betty, Betty, Betty. Betty, Betty. Freaking. Iris out. One of my favorite songs. One of my, like, autistic play on repeat obsession songs recently. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, it's all right. I don't know. I can't sing it because it's in a different language, but I love it so much. Iris out. Recover. Iris out. Iris out. Iris out. Daddy. Daddy. Daddy, 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 daddy. Mm, what do you got? Nothing that is useful to me. Price? You can crush price. Oh, you fucker. Hmm. What? Bullshit. That was staged against me. Oh. No, that one was completely my fault. That one was my fault. That was on me. I didn't consider the fact that Halucha is part flying type and therefore weak to um ice attacks. You guys are taking like no damage. Oh, energy root. Oh, yeah. I forgot this song. But I mean, valid. Valid statement. And you know, Kasane Tenno needs to speak her truth. We might be in trouble. Da-da-da. Ba 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 ba. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Okay. Gotta get through a deli bird. We can get through a deli bird. We lost most of our team, and we're not gonna be able to rebuild it all before the next gym battle, but well, we can maybe rebuild it. Um, oh, there's a Tauros again. A Paldean Tauros. It's the water variety. And Morgrim is a pretty good one to pick up. Um, Honestly, a Alolan Grimer, not bad. And then I want to save a spot for um potentially getting the legendary if we can manage to catch it in one. We gotta fight our rival. Damn it. Yeah. Okay. Well, first thing we're gonna do then is just find a couple of Tauros and get all of our guys up to the level cap here. And wing attack. Skyper. Get a little boost. I swear you don't find any um special attacking focus Pokemon. I just never find any. Okay. Wave crash. Ooh. Mm, fair. Ooh. That was close. That was very close. That was too close for comfort. A certified shrimp? How did they know? Damn. Fuck. I'm I'm choking. I'm choking. We're gonna try and stall him out. That's not good. Ooh. Can I do it? Can I pull this one out? Nope. We're fucked. We're doomed. Yeah, especially because they got fucking. Ah, that's annoying. Alright. Well, I think it's time for me to be done for night. So let's see what's going on. Nick is still is streaming Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know how much longer they will be streaming Baldur's Gate 3. But go give Nick love. I'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. doing something. I just don't know what yet. Bye-bye.